Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we are going to continue with our Valentino Rossi bike. So we are going to do stages 42 to 43. Working on more engine, what more can I say? We have got the other side sort of framing bit for the other side of the engine, but we've got some tiny little pipes today, so oh, they seem to love pipes in this build. But yeah, we are catching up now. 42 and 43 I believe was delivery 10. That's when we got the weird numbers in the 80s, and then we've got pack 11, which I do have, which we've got the next 5 issues. After that I'm waiting on my next lot to come. The money hasn't even been taken out the bank yet, so I may have to slow this bike down if that is even possible. Bit of irony there really, but we won't go there. Anyway, let's get started on this one today. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, so here we are, issue 42. Yep, that's correct. And this is the right side of the Twin-Spar framing. We're going a little bit D'Agostini in this one, because actually the parts for this issue we're not actually using. We're using them in the next issue. So it seems to be a recurring thing with these builds, that we don't use the parts that we're actually getting supplied. We're using them in the next issue. But we are going to be doing some work, so we need to bring our engine across. Moving out of the microphone. Now, what it wants us to do with it, oh goodness me, the orientation of these things is getting harder and harder. Right, okay, so with it in this orientation here, it wants us to take this pipe here and put it onto there, which we've already done in a previous issue, so I don't know why we're repeating ourselves on that one. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need this that we did work on in the previous issue. This is the compressed air tank, and we're just going to be fitting it onto the 3 holes just in there. Okay, that's nicely in place. Okay, so now we've done that, we should have a pipe. I'll just grab my tweezers for this one. That was dangerous. That's why I always keep these things away. But we've got a pipe here. And what it wants us to do, it wants us to pop it into the bottom pin on the compressed air cylinder tank. It did say if you want to use glue. I don't think I'm going to need to. I'm more worried about this tank falling off. Anyway, okay, so we've done that. Moving on to the next step. We need a pipe that we received in issue 41. And that is just going to go onto this little notch just down here. Even though I think this notch is huge compared to the pipe we get, but okay, now we've done that, that wants us to put it on the next pipe on here. So I'm just gonna I always find this easier with tweezers, whether you can get to the pipe or not. It's because you can kind of get a bit of grip behind it, but you don't want to grip it too much. You don't damage the pipes. Okay, so now that is in place, the next thing it wants us to do is it wants us to take the frame top brace, and what we're going to simply do is we're going to more or less make sure I got this right the wrong way around. I have. Okay, so that is just going to fit in just down there, and that's it. Now if you were doing this week by week, say you were getting it from a newsagent, you'd think, why have you left me with that just dangling in there? So you'd probably have to tear that out anyway. and complete it in whatever the next issue is that would happen, which I know is the next one, but it seems just pretty pointless just doing that. You might as well just put it into the issue where it's going to be secured down properly, but it is the Agostini, so yeah, let's not stick to the parts that belong to the right magazine, and let's also do things that just don't make no sense. But that is issue 42 complete. Okay, so 43 is Swingarm axle, nut and dummy nut. Again, we've been given the parts, but we're actually doing nothing in them with them at all. So they might as well just stay in the bag nice and safe. What we do need to do though is we need to bring this that we got in the previous issue. This was in the last issue. And what it wants us to do, just on here, we've got a nut to put in. Just down into there. Is it there? Hang on. Just make sure I get this right. Right, hold on. Just 2 secs while I work this out, because this could be the way they've got it positioned is it wants to be just in there like that. Okay, right, I get you. So it's actually showing you this, okay, and it wants the nut to go down into there like so. Okay, right, so next what we need to do is we need to bring this over, and we are literally including that bit that I've just been saying about. We're going to put this over and basically connect all this up. So that arm's in, that's more or less affixed in. That nut's just come loose there. Right, so that nut's come loose again. Presuming when this is all together, that'll lock that in. I'm sure we'll find out. If not, I can always glue it. I'm just making sure everything is lined up. It looks lined up. It's not screwed in yet, but it looks lined up. Okay, so the first 2 screws it's asking you to put in are these 2 here. These are done with V screws. Now these are metal. I don't know why I've just gone for my screwdriver, because these I'm going to have to put in with my Allen key head on the trusty Oreo. Hold on 2 seconds. I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys. Okay, guys, back. Sorry, I'm back. I just had to prime this oil thing. Okay, right, so we'll get one of these screws in here. This is going to be probably a very, very quick issue. I've got a funny feeling. It seems to be slipping a little bit. Try a bigger head on that one. Normally okay. With them little ones. No, it's definitely the one. It's not going in, that's why. I cannot feel that bite at all. Right, I'm just wondering whether I might have to just pre-tap this one. Let's have a look. Right, it's going in now. It must have been some gunk or something on it. Problem is now I've got to line everything back up again. Ugh. Okay. Pardon me, where that goes in there like that. Double check that from the previous issue. So, yeah, that's correct. So, round that way. Just round like that. Okay. I believe that's back in place. Sorry about that, guys. You see, you might have these problems too. Oh yeah, it's definitely going in now because you can more or less feel the resistance. And that's starting to bring that framework together. It's not going for the bottom last bit. You could feel it tapping and then it just wasn't doing anything. No, it's still not. Just not wanting to go all the way down. So I'm going to try a different screw. I'll try tapping it again. There you go. If you think this is going to be an easy issue, it turns out to be an absolute pigger one. Right, I think it definitely goes all the way down. Let's try and find out why not. Strange, I've never had, well, not say I've never had this happen before, but I'm just finding it strange. We seem to be having issues with these screws. That little bolt's falling out again. I don't know what's going on. Little bolt's falling out again. Everything seems to be lined up okay. And what I want to do is I'm just going to test this in the next hole to it. See if that's any good. Now it seems to have gone on a lot better. Right, so we'll try again that hole. Really just doesn't seem to want to grip or go in it. Yeah, all I found is that it's just spinning and spinning and spinning in there. Now the frame is a little bit, it's down as far as it could go. What I might do is I might just try and get the rest of the bolts in and then come back to that one. Let's just get these in as tight as possible. Okay, so that one's in there. We want two in over here. One down into there. There's a lot of these to go in. One there. Okay. That's them two done. Now where's it saying it wants one? one down here. Put them two pieces together. Okay. Next is, oh dear, all right, okay, from round the front here, it wants two in here, 1 and 2. I'm actually surprised. We do get spares of these, but it seems that we've only just got enough for this. I haven't dropped any or lost any. So that's a bit of a surprise. Okay, so we've got another one. I'm just making sure I go the right way in with this, which is that way. It be tapped in only on one side. Okay. Right, so the one I was having troubles with was the one just down here. Right, so what I might have to do is I might have to look at that off camera and get back to you on that one, because it's a very tight fit. And I think what's happened is the head on the top is not great, and what it's done is it's lost its thread there. There is thread further down because I pushed the screw in, but it's lost it. Either that, I could try and, I mean, I've got a longer screw than a V screw. Way too long. Thread's not correct on that one. No, we haven't. No, it's not something that's going to be possible to do. So what I might do is I might just have a look off camera, see if I can maybe bring them two areas close together, just to try and knit. But if it's not done up, I don't see it being an absolute huge issue, to be perfectly honest with you. But it's still, yeah, still not the best in the world. But that is this issue done. That is this stage complete. So that's issue 43 done. Well guys, that's it for our Rossi bike for this stages 42 and 43. Yeah, I've had a bit of a nightmare building that one. It's not something you probably saw on camera. Yes, I did have problems with them screws and bits and pieces, but I had a problem with OBS on this recording. It just didn't want to work at all. But I've got it sorted now. It's all running perfectly smooth and fine, which is great. It's just been a nightmare. It's just like somebody's telling you, don't build, don't touch it. But we've got it done, and that is the main thing. So like I said, then with the two issues we got, which we could build in in pack 10, I've now got the next set of 5 issues from pack 11. But like I said, I've only just received pack 11 last week. So it could be maybe 1 issue next week, or it might be 2, I don't know. Probably might be going down to 1 issue until we build it back up again, and then we might go back to 2 issues. We'll just have to see how it goes. But if we do get the house move come through any day, or we just don't know, then it probably will be a bit of a built-up supply until everything's set up and working wherever we relocate to. Anyway, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of any future videos. But as for always guys, stay safe and bye for now.